I was feeling a lot of these repressed feelings that I never got to express as a child. And I think being validated allowed me for these emotions to arise. And growing up when I was a young kid, I had anxiety attacks and I had a binging issue, and I was like 80 pounds heavier than what I am now. And I always thought, like, why is it anxiety? You get medication and then you think it's this and you think it's that. And you always look at surface level, like, why am I binging? It's because I'm no discipline. And it's like, no, 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 no. A lot of these root issues from my personal experience is your inner child wanting to be heard, and it comes out through an anxiety attack, through a depressive disorder, through anger, through fear, through addiction. That's a lot of that stuff is repressed emotion. So yeah, I mean that's what I've been going through this week, and I've definitely have been learning a lot.
It's awesome. So you kind of get to revisit. I wouldn't say revisit. That's not the right word. You get to kind of sit there and honor your inner child and who he was, and he who still lives kind of within you today, and kind of like help guide him forward.
I wouldn't say honor from my experience. Not that I don't honor him. It's that I finally understand and validate him. In my experience, I felt like I was crazy, right? Like, I noticed that I would chase external validation to make sure that I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm this, I'm that, to kind of see how I'm behaving. People like me, I'm good. People don't like me, I'm bad, right? And I kind of realized, like, throughout all this, I mean, I've been on this like personal self development journey for years now, but especially the past few days or the past week, I realized a lot of like healing or integrating, whatever it may be, just having an understanding of why you are the way you are, why you see the world the way that it is, and why some parts of it, the negative parts of it, are wrong. And I think just having that understanding is the cure or remedy to heal.
So it's almost like you're kind of giving yourself new ideas or like new thoughts about a reality that's already existed.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's being seen, and I think it's the way that I interpret or see it. It's that reality that had already existed. I didn't see the truth. I just saw the mask, right? So I would only see the negative parts and not the positive, which was wrong and caused a lot of pain and suffering for sure.
That's great. Now you're kind of like, hey, like you get to be kinder to yourself.
I'm still working on being kinder to myself. I'm still learning how to do that and what that looks like. And I find in my personal experience, what really helps me, because I tend to model others. So I like to read a lot of books, and I try to be around people who are kind to themselves, or YouTube videos where people are kind to themselves, and learn like what is that? What is being kind? Because up until this point, literally this point this week, I thought being kind to myself was giving myself tough love, hard truth, and pointing out all my flaws and working on those flaws. But that's the opposite of what being kind to yourself is. And although that worked to take me from point A to point B to point C requires a different skill set. And that's compassion. And that's focusing on what I want, not what I don't want.
I love that.
And you know what I was saying before is that I pause and I hesitate at times because when I'm in, like a serious conversation or in deep thought, even with, friends, family, employees, I pause a lot to make sure that I'm um, expressing my thoughts and emotions clearly, right? Because I don't want to just talk and just talk to talk and just react. Sometimes, I feel that I need to stop and make sure that I'm being authentic in my response and I'm not just trying to respond in a way that's either going to, um, quote unquote, help my ego or just knee jerk reaction, right? So that's what I meant.